Hey you guys, welcome back to You Are What You Think. So for today's video, I know it's been like almost a week since I last posted. Actually a little bit more than that, but we're not going to talk about that. I've been thinking about this video for quite some time. So here I am, my first video in March, Women's Month or Women's History Month. And this is my first year, guys, back from when I first decided to start posting again on this page. So yay to me for consistently posting for an entire year. It's kind of like my anniversary or whatever, but I wanted to make sure that I brought you guys a really good video, and I'm almost certain that maybe 6 or 7 months ago I talked about risk, but not to the extent where I'm just going to give you a bit more perspective. We live in this world where if you were to ask me, everything is risky. Like going outside your house, you're taking a certain amount of risk. Driving a vehicle, you're taking a certain amount of risk. Going on a plane, on a boat, driving a car, I think I already said that, riding the bus, or riding your bicycle, even walking. If you were to think about the amount of risk that people take every day, no matter if they're going to school, going to work, any of the things, even when it comes to eating certain foods or eating out, it's just like we live in this world that, if you were to ask me, it is risky. Everything we do is risky. There's risk in everything, even just going to work. So my question to you is, why aren't you taking the level of risk required so that you can live the kind of lifestyle that you long for? When it comes to writing a book or creating a small business or going into business with a partner, maybe starting a franchise, there's all these levels of risk, even in investments, even when it comes to stocks. Like, there's risk in everything you do. And that's something that everyone is pretty aware of, but they don't, I think, really pay attention to the everyday risks that people take. Sometimes people are like, oh, it's too risky. When it comes to life itself, and, some people might even say gambling, there is risk in everything. There's risk in everything. And I personally feel like, why not? We live in this world where it's just like, there's just so much going on all the time, and we find all of these excuses as to why we choose not to do the difficult things. But we have to stop doing that, because at the end of the day, we're still taking risks. No matter, like, when you first wake up, unless you're staying in the house, I don't know if any of you have seen Nim's Island. That movie was hilarious because it talked about a woman who had really crazy anxiety, and she was, I think, a germaphobe. So she had like all this hand sanitizer. She didn't leave her house. She had everything delivered to her and things like that. But do you know how many accidents occur within the home? Like, it's like she was trying to avoid certain things, but you can't avoid all risk. Life itself is risky. So don't put yourself in this box that makes you suffer and live without things that you desire, because you're not willing to take that like next step to push yourself into a place that might potentially be miraculously wonderful for you. I believe this to be true because there are people all over the world who haven't done many things that, if they chose to dedicate 30 minutes a day to something, they'd be able to accomplish their goal within 12 months. Or if they were to dedicate, you know, different things take different amount of times for completion. But when it comes to trusting the process with whatever it is you want to do, there's going to always be risk. People are always thinking about fear. People are always worried about what if this happens? What if that happens? What if this doesn't work out? What if this messes up? What if plan A doesn't work? People have plan Bs, people have plan Cs. The goal here is to just get started. Once you get started, you have that space of being able to pivot, of being able to try something different, of maybe creating a plan B if plan A doesn't work. And sometimes projects take longer than expected. I'm personally experiencing that within my own life just due to the fact that, you still have to pay your bills, you still have to go to work, you still have to do the things necessary so that you can survive within this life outside of trying to create this other path that's going to maybe free up some time for you so that you can pursue and do other things. So just to conclude this video, I want you all to be brave and please don't underestimate your abilities based off of what you have been able to do in the past. Don't underestimate your abilities based off of what other people have been able to do or what you have seen other people accomplish, because we're all different and we are capable of doing different things. I'm trying to say this right. Not every person is created equal, and you're not going to know what you're able to do until you try it or until you're able to apply the skill level that you have in whatever area necessary to help you. So please consider all of that. Please take that leap of faith. Please just get started. No matter where you start, get started, write it down. That's like the first step. I feel like write it down is the first step, because at least you've started to bring pen to paper to manifest what it is you want. So just to conclude this video, guys, I am wrapping this up. Hopefully you all are internalizing this message. Hopefully you all are enjoying this. Thank you if you have been with me for this entire year since I've gotten back to posting. And until next time, everyone, be well.